Prologue, a gentle tune amidst life's chaos. Morning light pierced gently through an old wooden window. The breeze carried the soft chirping of birds, composing a delicate, fleeting melody. For a brief moment, your soul felt peaceful by worries. Yet, life is an unpredictable symphony. Unexpected storms can crash in, shattering that delicate harmony without warning. Then comes the realization: you can't control everything. It is not a statement of defeat, but an invitation to the ancient wisdom of the Stoics, the art of acceptance. In stillness and reverence, our story begins. 2. Mary, a young soul at the crossroads. Mary, a young professional navigating the bustling city, held a stable job but harbored an unsettled mind, burdened by relentless pressures. One day, news arrived that company was being acquired. Colleagues were laid off. Projects, dreams, and security were abruptly erased. Initial reaction: panic, fear, self-blame, a cacophony of negative emotions. Turning point: one rainy afternoon, Ken stumbled upon a quote by Epictetus: "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want, rather wish that they happen as they do." That single sentence struck a chord. A seed was planted. Mary's journey into Stoicism had begun. Personal commentary: human instinct is to resist change, to grieve control lost. Yet, awareness emerges when we recognize this. Many things lie beyond our grasp. Acceptance isn't surrender, it's the gateway to intentional living and lasting peace. Amor fati, the art of loving one's fate. Amor fati, to love one's fate, not merely to accept it, but to embrace it wholeheartedly. Marcus Aurelius advised, welcome with affection what is sent by fate. Seneca echoed, accept everything that happens exactly as if it were an order from above. Real life example: after losing the job, Ken reconnected with an old friend, a school principal who offered a teaching role. Standing before curious young minds, Mary discovered a serenity and fulfillment never before imagined. Personal reflection: loving one's fate means engaging actively with what life presents, not as a passive recipient, but as a creator within. Constraint: you can't control the storm, but you can learn to dance in the rain. 4. The dichotomy of control. Knowing what lies within, Epictetus championed the dichotomy of control, emphasizing, acceptance is not about the loss of control, it's about staying in control over the things you actually have control over. Real-life application: Mary realized calling former colleagues daily for updates only fueled anxiety in area beyond personal influence. Instead, time was redirected to upskilling something entirely within Mary's grasp. Personal analysis: we often squander energy on what cannot be changed. Clarity arises when we distinguish what is ours to shape and what must be let go. Focus turns inward, where true power resides. 5. The 3 Stoic disciplines. Classical wisdom. In modern life, Epictetus framed Stoicism around 3 disciplines: desire, amor fati, accepting and loving fate; action, philanthropy, serving others through meaningful deeds; assent, judgment, governing our perceptions and beliefs. Source: Donald Robertson 5.1. Discipline of desire. Embracing fate, Mary no longer resisted the loss. Teaching was no longer a fallback, but a new path. Accepting destiny enabled clarity. 5.2. Discipline of action. Meaningful contribution through teaching. Mary didn't just rebuild a career, but rekindled a connection with society. Stoicism values service, acting with virtue in the world, regardless of circumstances. 5.3. Discipline of assent. Governing perception. Instead of labeling the layoff as failure, Mary questions such judgments. Is this merely a feeling, or is it fact? Through reflection, the sting of loss faded, replaced by perspective. 6. Proheresis, the core of inner freedom. Epictetus introduced the concept of proheresis, the faculty of choice and moral judgment. It defines our true freedom. Source: Wikipedia example. Mary could frame unemployment as personal do-more, reinterpret it as an invitation to grow. The power lay not in the event, but in perception. Commentary: events don't control us, our evaluations do. Master your judgment, and you master yourself. 7. Daily practices. Training the Stoic mind. Morning: spend 5 minutes anticipating potential challenges of the day. Mentally rehearse calm responses. Midday: pause and ask, is this pressure within my control? Evening: reflect, what events stirred you today? How did you judge them? Could you have seen them differently? Stoic meditation, a 5-minute breath-focused session. Releasing attachment to judgments. Priority journaling. List top actions that serve your growth. And well-being. 8. Reflection. The art of acceptance. Amidst life's noise, acceptance in Stoicism is neither negativity nor resignation. It is strength in stillness, not void of emotion, but composed. Wisdom in choice, knowing where to invest energy. Mastery of self. The ultimate arena is within. This is the Stoic art of acceptance, not to erase emotions, but to navigate them with grace and clarity. 9. The journey continues. From Can to You, Mary's story doesn't end. The teaching role expanded. Friendships deepened. Opportunities arose, not in spite of loss, but because of the attitude chosen. And so, like you too are invited to start again, wiser and steadier. 10. Facts. Frequently asked questions. Is Stoicism about passive endurance? No, Stoicism is about active engagement within what we can control. How do I know what is within my control? Ask, can my actions directly influence this? If not, release it. Does acceptance mean weakness? Absolutely not. Acceptance redirects power to where it's most effective. Do Stoics suppress feelings? No, they manage emotions without becoming enslaved to them. Can teaching or helping others deepen my Stoicism? Yes. Contribution aligns with the Stoic discipline of action. How do I maintain daily discipline? Begin with 5 minutes of practice, reflection, writing, or meditation, and grow from there. 11. Conclusion. Freedom begins within. You can't control everything. This truth is not a lament, but a liberation. In surrendering control of the uncontrollable, we reclaim mastery over ourselves. The Stoic art of acceptance is the key not to a world without storms, but to an unshakable calm within them. 12. The paradox of control. The tighter you clutch, the easier it slips. As Marie deeply embraced Stoicism, a profound paradox revealed itself. The more we try to control, the more fragile things become. Cling too tightly to reputation, and we become slaves to praise and criticism. Obsess over wealth, and we live in fear of economic shifts. Hold on too hard to relationships, and we often push people away. Personal commentary. Stoicism does not teach us to be indifferent or deny the value of life. Instead, it emphasizes that over-attachment to outcomes robs us of freedom and tranquility. Love, but don't possess. Contribute, but don't cling. Point 13. Joy and sorrow. Children of our judgment. Stoicism teaches that every emotion is a product of our judgment. Sadness doesn't arise from losing a job, it comes from judging that loss as terrible. Joy doesn't inherently come from success. It stems from judging success as worthy of pride. Example: Mary once felt joy or sorrow based on the boss's feedback, but after learning to govern judgments, joy stemmed not from praise, but from knowing she had given her best. Reflection. This isn't easy, but it is the only path to a resilient spirit. When you understand that emotions are your own creation, you stop being a victim of the world. 14. The philosophy of death. Recognizing life's finitude, the Stoics often meditate on death not out of gloom, but as a reminder of impermanence. Marys. Lesson on finitude. An old student returned, grateful for Mary's teachings. At that moment, Mary realized she too was aging. Careers, wealth, status, all fleeting, but the seeds we plant in others endure. Personal insight. Awareness of mortality awakens us. It teaches us to live responsibly, love deeply, and waste no time on the trivial. 15. No one can take your mind away. Epictetus famously said, "You may chain my body, but my mind remains free." The world might strip away your job, possessions, and physical freedom, but no one can control your mind unless you let them. Mary kept this in heart. Through all upheavals, her mindset remained sovereign. No one could hurt Mary unless she allowed. 16. Practicing Stoicism in the modern world. 16.1. Daily mental alerts. Morning. Today, things may not go as planned. I am ready. Midday. Is this within my control? Evening. How did I react today? What could I improve? 16.2. Keeping a Stoic journal. Write down daily events and reflect. What was my judgment of this event? What was under my control? What could I let go of? 16.3. Seeking Stoic communities. Join Stoic practice groups, share experiences, and learn from how others maintain their equanimity. Commentary. In the digital age, technology can aid in building and maintaining daily Stoic discipline. 17. An ancient Stoic tale. A timeless lesson. A wealthy king summoned a Stoic sage and asked, How can I retain glory and power forever? The sage smiled gently. Your Majesty, power is temporary. Glory is an illusion. The only true possession is your mind and how you face loss. Years later, the king's dynasty collapsed. Yet those words echoed in his heart, enabling him to step down with grace. Not regret. Reflection, regardless of the era. This truth holds. We are born with nothing, and we leave with nothing. What remains is how we lived. Point 18. Daily self-inquiry. Questions to ponder: is this within my control? Am I letting emotions dictate my judgments? If I lost everything, what would remain? Who did I benefit today? What must I let go of to find peace of mind? 19. Reconnecting with nature. Lessons from the universe. Mary developed a habit of morning walks in the park. Every falling leaf, every breeze was a reminder that everything changes. Nature doesn't resist. Spring comes and flowers bloom. Winter arrives and leaves fall. We too should live that way. To arrive, to receive, to depart, to let go. 20. Conclusion. Living as a free spirit. You can't control everything. A simple sentence, yet laden with profound wisdom. Acceptance is not surrender. It is the act of reclaiming sovereignty over the mind, to live peacefully, freely amidst life's unpredictability. 21. Stoic meditation, the art of sitting with oneself. If you think meditation belongs solely to Eastern philosophies, you're mistaken. The Stoics practiced a form of meditation, not to empty the mind, but to engage in an inner dialogue. 21.1. Morning meditation. Visualizing adversity each morning. Close your eyes and visualize the potential challenges that might arise. Traffic jams, and a difficult call again. Unexpected insult. Ask yourself, if this happens, how will I stay calm? How will I respond without losing myself? This practice serves as a mental vaccine against surprises. 21.2. Evening meditation, reflective contemplation before bed. Sit in stillness and revisit your day. What did I do well? When did I lose my temper or misjudge a situation? If I could relive today, how would I act differently? As the ancient Romans said, an unexamined day is a wasted day. 22. Classic Stoic books, handbooks for a free soul. 4. Deeper insights. Here are some must-read Stoic works. Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, a personal diary of a Roman emperor and philosopher. Honest and raw. Discourses and Enchiridion Epictetus lectures, and a compact manual on mastering judgments and self-control. Letters. From a Stoic Seneca, letters filled with wisdom on living, responding, and dealing with loss. How to be a Stoic. Massimo Pigliuccia. Modern Guide to Applying Stoicism in Daily Life. The Obstacle is the Way. Ryan Holiday. Practical take on turning hardships into strength. Point 23. Historical figures. Living the Stoic Way. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Epictetus, born a slave, yet rose as a revered philosopher through the mastery of mind. Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, yet emerged with a heart free of hatred and embodiment of Stoic endurance. James Stockdale, U.S. naval officer, captured during war, who credited Stoicism for his resilience under torture. Elizabeth Gilbertha, author of Eat, Pray, Love, who acknowledged Stoicism's role in overcoming creative blockages and personal crises. 24. A 30-day Stoic practice roadmap. Self-mastery, 1 day at a time. Days Stoic practice. 1 to 5 morning journaling. Visualize daily potential. Challenges. 6 to 10 practice asking, is this within my control? When facing difficulties. 11 to 15 write down negative emotions and identify the judgments behind them. 16 to 20 evening meditation. Reflect on your day's actions and responses. 21 to 25. Embrace amor faci. Welcome every event with love and openness. 26 to 30. Community service. Help, share, or inspire someone each day. 25. Tools to support Stoic practice in modern times. Journaling apps. Stoic App Journey Day. 1. These help you record reflections and observations daily. Stoicism. Podcasts. The Daily Stoic. The Practical Stoic. Stoic Coffee. Break in line communities. Reddit's Our Stoicism. Vietnam group on Facebook. Personal commentary. Technology isn't just a source of distraction, can also be a powerful tool for strengthening the Stoic mindset when used wisely. 26. Final thoughts. The unyielding symphony within. We cannot control the world, but we can control ourselves. Once we master our judgments, our actions, Our actions are inner state then. No storm can disturb us. No praise or criticism can shake us. Gains and losses come and go, but our soul remains unbreakable and free. You can't control everything, but you can always control how you exist amidst it all.